morning, YouTube. Another hot mess. Another hot mess Wednesday. Another hot mess Wednesday. I would say it just like I mean it. Um, I needed to drive through the night to get this load delivered. I got here around midnight. I'm presently out of hours, but since I do an 8-2 split, I got an hour and 18 minutes left. I got to get to the other side of this building. Hopefully, they're slow as heck today because there's a lot of trucks. There's a lot of trucks here. I'm hoping they take their sweet behind time. I need a minimum five, 544, 644, 744. Hey, cruising is fun. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you're having issues with your phone. Well, y'all need to be proud of me because I only got 5 hours and 45 minutes of sleep. So if I start extra mumbling, you know why. Okay? You know why. What's going on, Mike? Uh, I'm tired. But I had to make this because I need a minimum of 2,000 miles to have a decent check, but have enough to make sure the bills are paid. Um, I got. I ain't supposed to do it, but I got to do an off-duty driving to get to the other side of this building. Stay off the clock. So that's what the heck I'm gonna do. Um, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? You guys hang tight. I'm going to make me a cup of coffee. And while we're doing that, we're going to talk about my YouTube journey. You know what? I'll be honest with you. My hat's off to folks that stay dedicated and do what they need to do. I did a video. I tried. Okay, I finally had to delete it because it was so bad, and I never delete videos. I tried to do. I got the It was the what the heck? Dang on it! It was the Vivor trailer dolly, and I was gonna do a how-to video. How to put it together. But as always, I don't do my homework, so I started putting it together and videotaping it. But I videotaped my my behind to the camera. It wasn't even the fact that you could see. It wasn't even the fact that you could see the the thing I was trying to the trailer dolly that I was trying to put together. You didn't see it. You didn't see it one time. You didn't see it one time. But then to top that off, I put it together ass backwards. I, and I was gonna still videotape, but you couldn't see it. So I wasted all of that time making this video and not even doing a tutorial on how to or whatever. And I mean, because honestly, my my thoughts was this is how guys do. We figure it out. Yeah, we do figure it out, but at least there was an effort to do it right. I didn't even do it right. It wasn't even right. It was ass. It was ass behind backwards. And I literally had to go. Speaking on this, I had to go to YouTube to figure it out. And, I watched it, and I'm trying to edit it. I couldn't edit nothing in there because it was so stupid. And then I'm looking at myself and say, "Hey, I'm more fatter than I'm saying. I'm more bigger than I'm more bigger than I'm." It, that video was so depressing. It was so depressing, and it didn't lie one bit. Yeah, I'm lucky I'm not late because these guys are overloaded. Oh boy, this is gonna be a hot mess today. But hey, it is what it is. We get okay, got the coffee going, and I. You think I would have this figured out, but no, no. And most of it, I mean, it's understandable, but boy, boy, this is gonna be a hot mess when they open up. But that's all right. That's all right. We, I'm with it. Um, I'm with it. Like I said, you got to do what you got to do. It it doesn't say that you can't take no chances, but I got to take some chances. Um, I need to write down the name of the company, but I made sure the wife got travel insurance for the cruise next week. I think it was like $104 for 7 days, which isn't half bad. But now, ever since COVID, I got to make sure we got insurance because anything could happen. The older I'm getting, anything could happen, and you got to be ready for it. You know what I mean? You just got to be ready for it. Um, let's go talk about some future ideas because I totally decimated my trench, and we spent $200 for uh this black rock to put there. So I got to dig up all that black rock and put it to the side to make sure that I use it. But I totally decimated the trench. It worked, but it didn't work. I need more room or whatever. So I'm thinking uh, there's a new catch basin. This thing, it's bigger than a daggone bucket. and you can attach more pipes to it. I'm thinking I want to trench another pipe, but I want to do a 6 inch. I'm thinking I'm going to buy the pieces. I think instead of throwing it all on the credit card one time, when I have enough for one piece, I'm gonna buy it. When I have enough for another piece, I'm gonna buy it. When I have enough for another piece, I'm gonna buy it. And okay, and um this is the second time we've used this company, and it's real easy. Um, it's real easy to use them. I pretty sure I got the name because she sent me, the wife sent me the information after we did it. And like I said, I stopped using the cruise lines insurance because they don't give a flip. They don't give a flip at all. But and again, I was talking yesterday about having some form of common sense and what you can do when you are cruising, and what you just can't do, and what you wouldn't do if you was home. See, a lot of cruises, what they do is you think because you on a cruise that you know everything. You didn't know it when you didn't know it at home, but you're going, like, I'll give an example. There was a story about um these two girls parasailing, okay, and the line broke. It was parasailing and the line broke, and the parachute floated away off of the water over land and ran into a building. And they were just holding on like you thought it was just going to come down on its own. Lack of common sense. If I'm going to get into something, I'm going to watch how you latched me in so I could be able to latch out and jump out that thing. I'm ex-Navy. We were taught how to jump into the water. Especially if you got sneakers on, cross them hands, hold your neck, and go for it. Don't try to dive or whatever, because at a certain height, that water gonna feel like concrete. You know what I'm saying? So, and then just go straight down. So and hold it, and common sense. We don't have common sense because certain people do certain stuff. Now, if I get on a and see, this is what I'm saying. You want to be on an island. Is this place regulated? No. You don't know how many times that rope has been used, and is it going to is it frayed or anything like that? You don't know. But you want to get you want to do I'm looking at everything now. The older I get, I'm looking at everything. You know what I mean? But um, where am I now? I'm supposed to be talking about lawn care, but you know how that go. Um, my ghetto methods to lawn care, it amazes me. Um, when I first started, which was 10 years ago, we didn't have we didn't have a uh, I didn't have topsoil at the house, and that my lawn was decimated. And I turned around and made it worse. I made it worse because I bought some cheap sod. I bought two, four, six, about $800 total worth of Bermuda sod. And if you look at that thumbnail, that was me putting more Bermuda sod down in the same area right now that I'm slowly growing and bringing back to life the zoysia. That was Bermuda sod right there. I think I paid like $250, and the same zoysia is four and some change. You know, and I didn't do my homework, just like I'm talking to you guys right now about the video, the how-to video. I didn't do my homework, not knowing that Bermuda needs like 6 or 7 hours straight, or total of light. It needs all of this light, and where I live, the trees will not allow it. But it looks like it's in that thumbnail. It looks real sunny, but that's a certain type of time of the day. But learning from my mistakes, I didn't dig it up because I knew I had no topsoil. So I left it and tried something new. Then screwed that up, left it, tried something new. Screwed that up, left it, and tried something new. So in a sense, all of my screw ups, I've made all my front lawn, got topsoil back. It's 10 years of screw ups. Um, and Mike's right. Mike has said, because I've tried sand and I've tried dirt, the so-called dirt. Yep. And I've been struggling and struggling. And I remember the first uh the backyard. I had a 24 pack of Michelob Ultra, and I got a dump truck load dumped in my backyard. And I commenced the drinking and commenced the moving dirt. And my wife was away for I think she had to go to a funeral for 3 or 4 days. It took me exactly 3 or 4 days to move 18 tons of dirt. But a couple of years prior to that, we tried to do it. It took us a month. And I, you're gonna make me look up how to. I think there's something you can put in the soil to get some of that acidic out of the dirt. But back to what I was saying. I learned because I was ghetto laying solid. I don't recommend how I put sod down. I don't put nothing on. I just throw it on there and start watering. But one thing I watched every time I did that, because a lot of people they'll dig up an area and like, no, I put it right on top, and for some reason that sucker just falls right into place. And I noticed it again. It did it again. Um, so now it's growing, and the last batch, I think this is the last batch I'm gonna buy this year. I don't know. I might get stupid. If I buy any, I'm going to make it into plugs and put it in some bare spots. But that last batch, it's finally rooted in. It's rooted in because I've been watering twice a day for a freaking month. Um, it's rooted in, and I got about a month before I'm gonna let it go dormant, and it's finally starting to fall into place. My OCD though is every time I go home, I gotta have something to do. I don't know how this is transpired in my life, but the other day I was finishing up the neighbor's yard, the overgrown one, and then something said, "Look, hey, just take your behind home. You're overdoing it, and you need to go home and just relax." And I remember I went home, I turned the water on. See, because I have this intricate system in the front, and all I have to do is go to the water and then press a button, and it will water a certain area for 30 minutes. So I got this intricate system in the front, and now I need to learn how to just sit back and relax. I'm still falling into the fact that I'm a truck driver and stuff that I need to be doing every weekend I can't do. Like I had the association gonna be mad, but I had to put the garbage out. I left the Sunday. I had to put the garbage out. It was still sitting at the end of the driveway. The wife won't be home till Friday, but that's okay. But right now, I just the main part of my lawn, all I need to do is to plug some areas and slightly level it off, and then now I'm starting to get a regimen. Because what I'm trying to do is trying to have that type of turf that you see at the golf course, which is straight green, no patches or anything like that. And this winter, I'm going to start working on the backyard. I got to work on a cheaper version of the backyard. I might try some. I've got a few mix. Remember, I told you last year I had the mixes of the sod. They're actually greening up now. Um, but I'm going to be looking for some fescue because fescue season is starting up. Because fescue is actually a northern grass. It's starting up. I'm gonna look for some turf type tall fescue for the back, and I'm going to be dropping a little bit of topsoil in there. I don't know how I want to do it, but again, how I need to say this, when you're doing YouTube and stuff is costing you a certain amount of money, you have to make the effort to understand. Okay, do I need to slow down or do I need to keep going? Because I have, like right now, I have an aerator that I bid on the auction. The top bid is $30. My max bid is 50. I'm gonna lose out on that thing. I really want it, but I ain't got no room for it, and I ain't got no time. So you see what I'm saying? I'm trying to I'm trying to reevaluate my situation in my YouTube life, because now I'm realizing that my YouTube life has switched from it's something to do to now it's something essential in my life. for my mental well-being. And I was thinking about it because someone was talking about prisoners and people that are alone all the time. They have a dog or whatever, so they have some kind of interaction. Um, I got you guys. I give you the ums and the talks, and I got you guys. I got people that actually interact and hey, good morning and so forth and so on. And I feel better every morning that I get up. And I just want to say thank you for that. I feel better every morning that I get up. I feel better that um I don't feel alone. And I haven't felt that way in a long time. Good morning, April. I don't feel alone, and I haven't felt that way in a long time. But I had felt that way. This truck, this living space is smaller than a jail cell. It's smaller than a jail cell. So and it's not for the weary. It's not for the weak. I thought I was weak, but this situation has proven has proven me to be a stronger individual than I ever thought I could be. A lot of us, we ask ourselves and we wonder why. And a lot of times God will come in and say, why not? I have a plan for you. I have a plan for you. You just have to be able to last long enough for you to understand what I have for you. You just have to understand and wait on and recognize what I have planned for you. I started out this journey of lawn care, just to stay up on the HOA. I started it and saying, "Oh, okay, you mother effers are not going to bring me down." And then I realized I like it. I realized that I like sitting in the you know, in the elements. I mean, honestly, I got a 40, I think it's a 40-inch TV. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put a swivel mount on it because where I sit outside, I face the garage. He's going to hit the, he's going to hit the trailer. Where I sit outside, I face the garage, but I can put that TV and twist it so I could be watching TV while I'm sitting outside. I have a what do you call that daggone thing? I have a you you can I have a fire pit that's it's like a fire pit stand. I'm going to set that up and I'm going to have my little area that I can move around and that's going to be my relaxing area. And then what I'm going to do is another thing I'm going to start. They have what's it's called. It's concrete, but it's bags of resurfacing concrete, and I'm gonna do one square at a time. I started it, but you. Hey, good morning, Jason. I think somebody else just came in. Oh, it's still Jason. Hey, I'm gonna do it one, you know, square at a time, and I'm gonna resurface my driveway. But what I gotta do is I gotta put a budget together. I got so many ideas and no time to do it. I get so many ideas and no time to do it. Um, I don't use my back deck. I would like to get one or two raised beds, and I got a remote that I could put towards the back, and then remotely water and have water shoot up on the deck. So I've got all of these ideas, but I need to. It's like everything's screaming in my head. I don't know if I'm OC. Is it that OCD or is that Hold up. Let's see something. Okay, y'all be aware. The phone is hot, so it might cut off. If it cut off, hang in there. I'm gonna let it cool off, then be back. But OCD, I'm just trying to figure out what I want from the winter to do around the house, what I want to accomplish around the house, and what I want to continue to. Let me see if I can do this. Let's see. Oh wow, I got to turn that down a little bit. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Guys, I'm probably gonna go another 10 minutes because my phone is getting hot. Um, these are the things that it's become addicting now. I don't know if when like cruising is fun. I know you're in the mix. Has it become addicting when do you feel funny when you're not doing your live? I know that there's a few times you haven't been feeling well. Does it feel funny to not be on camera? And and now it's just become a deal. I wish I could diet like I do these lives. Stay on point. Stay doing it. You know what I mean? I just wish I could just stay on point. Now that I do it, I was thinking, well, I need to cancel tomorrow. I'm only gonna have about 4 hours sleep, and I'm like, nah. I need to do my live. I need to do my live. And I thank you. Hold up. Thank you for the 8 people that's in. You know, normally for the last couple of months we've been three folks. Me, Mike, uh, me, Mike, cruising is fun. Usually in the background. My man from San Diego, from the East Coast, he be sneaking in there a few times and be in the bushes. And Deacon, you guys, I love y'all to death. Cause you know what? It means the world to me that I have someone to start my morning, to bitch, moan, and complain to, and the rest of the day I'm like, I'm a trucker, I'm a trucker. And I appreciate you. Ain't gonna get rich off this, but I appreciate you. I- and I'm still looking into if I could figure out how to dig up and do my own sprinkler system. That's the book. You know, the stuff I can order, but I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. If I can figure out, boy, you would better tell me squat. You know what I mean? You would not be able to tell me squat. I'm serious. But one thing I'd show you on this channel is that I'm only human. I'm only human. I make mistakes. I learn from them. Um, Only God knows what's gonna pop off. You know what I mean? But I learn from them, and I'm almost to the point where I'm actually going to have a lawn. Probably, I don't know if it'll be this year or a year to a year and a half from now, where I'm probably gonna have a full green lawn. Still waiting for the middle part to get taken over by Georgia, but it's gonna do it. It's gonna do it. But just gotta wait. You know what I mean? And just gotta fill it up and do those things. So that's the the whole process. I need to get another load of dirt or topsoil delivered to the top half of my lawn. But that might be somewhere around January. You know what I mean? And I want to level that off. My front lawn is nothing but a big old slant, and I want to level a few areas out. But it's money. Money is not. It's not the root of all evil, but money is the root of I ain't got it. Money is the root of I ain't got, and I'm gonna need. You know what I mean? Money is the root of I ain't got, but I really need, and I'm hoping to get one of these days. You know, we're out chasing it. We're out chasing it. Like right now, I'm out chasing it, but I'm trying to figure out what can do I have time for a side hustle? Will I be able to have a side hustle? Um, I don't know. I've tried a few things, but I know my personality. I'm not a salesman. I was telling Charles yesterday, I've rebuilt 4 real mowers, 4, and sold them, but I never made no money. But I sold them. Um, and I had fun putting them together. I had fun figuring this stuff out. Uh, I'm just, I know again, I'm all over the place, but I'm just thankful for the life that I have right now and the digital friends and the friends that I have. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You just don't know. Um, this cruise, I know Charles got some crazy thing planned for us. Um, we might be on one of those water scooters under the water. I I'm with it, and the reason I'm with it is because I know my capabilities. But I'm gonna try to have a GoPro so you can see the goofy crap that he be coming up with something new every freaking time. Last time we was in Costa Rica, almost went flying out of a water slide, and I'm mad at him. And clearly on the tape it says, he said, "You want to go slow or fast?" I said, "Oh, go fast." And I blame him. I almost died on the water slide, and it's all your fault. And then the tape says I said it. But I learned how to man up and apologize, because without that friend, I wouldn't have been able to go to Costa Rica, enjoy Costa Rica twice, twice. I remember 10 years ago when the accident happened, and I screamed out to God, I just want to live. God put these people in my life so I can live to the fullest. So I'm enjoying my life and the stuff that has to do with it, and trying my best not to stress. So, in conclusion, I have some ideas for winter, topping off the top part of the lawn, filling in the air, filling in some bare spots, and I'm going to continue to water the lawn for the next month and a half, and then I'm gonna cut it back. I'm gonna cut it down, because once it starts browning up and going into hibernation, you only need to water it every couple of weeks. So just wait on regular nature to do its thing. And then while the lawn is dormant, just clean up the rest of the area, clean up the edges, clean up, uh, work on buying the pieces for my retaining wall. Get that done. Start painting certain areas of the house. Get that done. Get my one of my cameras fixed. So I there's not one time when I go home I ain't got nothing, something to do. And with anybody else that would be frustrating, but it's not. It's actually um it's actually fulfilling for me. Can't explain it. Can't afford counseling, but it's fulfilling. After I come back from this cruise, I got to start putting money aside for the Alaska cruise. That's the next one that's coming up in next year. I stopped. I don't know. Maybe the next cruise we're gonna do another balcony. But the next two cruises, actually, the next three cruises, including this one right here, we're in an inside cabin. We did an inside cabin before, and I never slept better in my life. I never slept more better in my daggone life. It was quiet, dark, and off the chain. Guys, I literally, I'm looking at my clock. I'm going to need 3 hours. So, and there's a lot of people here. Everybody and mama's coming in. There's a lot of people. So I'm hoping. Let me show y'all. Let me show y'all. Look at this. I'm hoping they take their sweet behind time, so I get my hours back. You know what I mean? I'm hoping they do. No, I hear you, cruising. If you ever need anybody to come up, always let me know. I love doing lives with cruising. Is fun anytime. I love doing lives with y'all. I remember when y'all first came on the scene. I was like, these people so nice. These folks so nice. They gonna eat them up alive. But y'all learned, y'all figured out. Good morning, wellness. Y'all learned, y'all figured out how to handle folks, including the trolls. I remember when I first started doing the trolls, I used to get so butthurt. I used to get so butthurt with the trolls. And now when we get a troll, I'm like, Mike, get him, get him, get him, Mike. And Mike like, no problem, I got him. And you you didn't know what you did for me. And I said it said, if this person can stay as nice as they are, and that's what brought me, kept on bringing me back. They so nice, and they ain't phony about it. They're so nice, and they're not phony about it. I could spot a phony baloney a mile away. You know what I'm saying? I could spot a phony baloney a mile away. And that's, if I can say anything encouraging, I just say this: just keep going, keep growing, and keep doing what you do, because you know, in this situation, you're gonna find your niche, and that's your niche is what keeps you going. We all got one. Um, I be screwing up. That's my niche. That's my niche. I be screwing up, but it is what it is. Um, I can keep going, but I need to go ahead and cut it. 'Cause when I grab the phone, I notice how hot it is. It's gonna cut out. I'm trying. We're gonna try to stop it before it cuts out, because it's gonna be a hot mess early in the morning. Um, Coming up next, wellness. You gotta spell. I'm trying. I don't want to. I don't want to butcher your name, wellness. So I'm gonna say, coming up next, wellness with Frugal Mama. Get your workout on, positive affirmations and fashion sense. After that, Eddie Lugo Studios at 7:15, and Cruising is fun anytime. And go live together with Eddie Lugo Studios at 9 o'clock, and at 9:15, Miss T with the T. Uh, Guys, as always, you think nobody loves you. Know that I love you, and I really mean that. And God loves you. Y'all have a blessed day. Don't be stressed. Just go out there with a smile on your face. It'll all work out one way or another. You know what I'm saying? It'll all work out one way or another. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for listening to my bull crap. Thank you for listening, coming in, and joining me on this live. Even though I'm ditzy, I've only had 5 hours of sleep, and I'm still gonna figure it out because I got bills to pay. Thank you for helping me to understand that if you're having fun, it's just gonna make it go easier and easier. And I'm having fun. And I just want you to know I appreciate you. God bless y'all, and y'all have a blessed day. I will see